Hello guys, hi there, how are all of you? I hope you all are happy, excited like I am. I hope you guys can see that. I am extremely enthusiastic because from today I am going to go along with my most favorite activity that I love doing. Guys, I am going to start off a series of ESL, means a contrary start of lectures in which I'm going to be taking you guys along a roller coaster ride. Well, I hope you guys are getting somewhere which I am trying to convey you people. So without any further ado, I guess let's start. So guys, the first and the most important thing is going to be objectives. What are the objectives? But I got to tell you about my activity first. So we have tongue twisters. I hope all of you are familiar with tongue twisters because tongue twisters really, I feel, are extremely important. If you are good in tongue twisters, you get a lot of benefit. Why am I saying it? Let me tell you out. The first thing, they are going to be doing what? Developing your accent. Guys, an accent is extremely important when you talk in English. So, tongue twisters, they do what? They help you develop that thing up. Secondly, they are going to be overcoming what? The element of stuttering. Are you guys familiar what stuttering is? If you're not, then don't worry. Stuttering means the fumbles that we guys make while we are speaking. Now, a question that pops up in my mind is this: why would anyone stutter? It's because our tongue is not familiar to the way that that thing should be spoken. So that's the reason why we guys stutter. Often we also stutter because we lack in our vocabulary. So that's also some aspect of it. But most of it, it's because we guys have that element of stuttering because we guys are not familiar in talking in a particular manner. Then it's going to enhance your pronunciation. Very important. And at the end, the most important aspect, guys, I am going to be showing you that thing up. It's going to be making you guys what? It's going to be making you guys fluent. You're going to speak English with fluency. Means with get set go. That's how it's going to be. So let's start. How are we going to execute this activity for teachers? Guys, this activity is going to be executed in a class and I'm going to be telling you how it should be done. A lot of people come across, they do tongue twisters, but they are unable to engage a class into it. Why does that tend to happen? The first thing that you guys have to do is what? You guys, especially for teachers guys, you have to just divide your class into different groups. Have all the groups separated from one another. For instance, if I have a class of 30 students, I am going to be making 4 to 5 groups of them. And then we're going to move on. After making 5 groups, name them in the form of teams, like A, B, C, and D. And then that's how you're going to go along with it. So, there are going to be levels, and according to those levels, you need to award marks to each team. Starting off from the first level, what's going to happen? The first thing that's going to happen is this, guys, that you're going to start off from 20 marks, and gradually you're going to move on, and the marks are going to increase because the tongue twisters are going to become more and more tough. So, let's start. The first tongue twister is going to be: she sells seashells on the seashore. I hope everyone is familiar with this one. It's the most easiest one. How is it going to be done, guys? You need to pick up one kid from your class, from one group, alright? That kid has to do what? That kid has to speak that tongue twister 4 times without any breath. Sounds interesting. Let's see. It's going to be like, if I say, it's going to be like, she sells seashells on the seashore. Now, if I speak it slowly, you gotta give marks according to one thing, the pronunciation and the accent. And then comes the fluency. So, she sells seashells on the seashore. This is also fine. But the best student who gets the marks for it is gonna be she sells seashells on the seashore. That's the fluency that I would be preferring up. So, this was the first tongue twister. The second tongue twister, guys, it's gonna be red leather, yellow leather in my pocket. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather in my pocket. I spoke it slowly. But how I bet you guys have to do it is gonna be red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather in my pocket. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather in my pocket. That's how you gotta do it. So try to make your kids, and this is gonna be having what? Everyone is gonna be too much interacted in it, and everyone's gonna go out in a flow. And remember, guys, this is gonna be really getting the kids bamboozled when you're gonna do it in this particular manner. Anyhow, these were the two of it. Gradually, the tongue twister became tough, so the marks obviously have to increase. Let's go further. Next tongue twister, it's gonna be 3 gray geese in the green field grazing. 3 gray geese in a green field grazing. How are we going to do that? Give them 5 minutes time, ask them to revise it up, and then they have to go in a go. Go means in a flow. They have to say the same tongue twister at least 3 or 4 times. And the rule remains the same, guys. No breaths taken. So, 3 gray geese in a green field grazing, 3 gray geese in a green field grazing, 3 gray geese in a green field grazing. That's how it's going to be done. So, this was the third tongue twister. Now, you got to increase the marks up to straight 20. And tongue twister becomes quite tough. Let's have a look at the tongue twister first. I'll say it in a flow twice for you people so that you can see, oh, wow, that's cool. And then I'll speak it slowly. Or let's do it like that. I speak it slowly first and then I'll go fast. So, the tongue twister is swan swam over the pond, swim swan swim, swan swam back again while swam swan. Alright guys, let me go it one more time slowly. Swan swam over the pond, swim swan swim, swan swam back again while swam swan. That's slowly. Now, let's do it fast. Swan swam over the pond, swim, swan, swim. Swan swam back again, while swam, swan. Swan swam over the pond, swim, swan, swim. Swan swam back again, while swam, swan. Swan swam over the pond, swim, swan, swim. Swan swam back again, while swam, swan. I hope this is the way in which you want your kids to do it. Remember, teachers, give your students a demonstration first. If you're going to be excelling in it, your kids, no matter whatever the age group is, they're going to love it. Moving on to the next tongue twister. Increase the marks straight away from 50 to 100 and make it a touch more big one, because this one is a lengthy one and I'll speak it again twice slowly and then I'll give it a go full one in a fluent and a very fast manner. So the tongue twister we guys have is Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where is the peck of pickled pepper that Peter Piper picked? Right? Let's go it one more time slowly. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where is the peck of pickled pepper that Peter Piper picked? That was slow. Let's go fast now. It's going to be Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, where's the peck of pickled pepper that Peter Piper picked? Let's go one more time. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pepper. Did Peter Piper pick a pack of pickled pepper? If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pepper, where is the pack of pickled pepper that Peter Piper picked? Guys, now a lot of you students are gonna be like, oh, what has sir done? It's like so fast, so lengthy. Have them understand it. In the first thing, what happens? Peter picks up something, okay? Then we ask, did Peter pick up something? In the third one, we ask, if Peter has picked up something, where is the thing that Peter has picked? It's clear, cut, straight sequence. You need to tell your students to keep that sequence in mind. Once they're clear with that sequence, I bet on it. They're gonna love it. And remember, I'm again saying it, teachers, you guys have to perfect yourself with tongue twisters. The element of fun is going to go if you guys are not going to be good with it yourself. So, as I said before, we have to change the style of teaching. And the style of teaching is going to change when we ourselves are going to be equipping ourselves in this manner. Let's move to the second last tongue twister of today's class. That tongue twister is going to be Betty Botter bought some butter. But the butter that Betty Botter bought was bitter. Twice Betty Botter added some butter to make the bitter butter better. Let's go it one more time. Betty Botter bought some butter, but the butter that Betty Botter bought was bitter. Twice Betty Botter added some butter to make the bitter butter better. This is slowly to make the kids familiarize with it. Now give them again 5 minutes time and challenge each and every group to beat you up. And how are you gonna do it? Instructors or teachers? Betty Botter bought some butter, but the butter that Betty Botter bought was bitter. Twice Betty Botter added some butter to make the bitter butter better. One more time. Betty Botter bought some butter, but the butter that Betty Botter bought was bitter. Twice Betty Botter added some butter to make the bitter butter better. Yes. And the last tongue twister, guys, which is going to be like, I would say it's going to have you guys thinking, oh, what a thought. So without any ado, let's go for it. I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I was thinking. If the thought I thought had been the thought I was thinking, then I wouldn't have thought so much. Let's give it one more go. I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I was thinking. If the thought I thought had been the thought I was thinking, then I wouldn't have thought so much. Let's give it a go, and this time, let's rush on it. I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I was thinking. If the thought I thought had been the thought I was thinking, then I wouldn't have thought so much. I thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought I was thinking. If the thought I thought had been the thought I was thinking, then I wouldn't have thought so much. Guys, that's it. Now, this is a very, very interactive activity that we guys are going to be having. As I've told you, this is the way you got to execute it. I'm again saying it, teachers and instructors, you have to perfect yourself. And kids, if you're watching, students, if you're watching, remember the 3 things. Your fluency, eradicating the amount of stuttering, and third, your accent. All these things can be developed with the help of what? Tongue twisters. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye from my side. Take care. Allah Hafiz.